I will take Claudia first.
Yay. Sure, thanks.
Claudia is like my poster child. She will jump into my lap anywhere.
Yeah, I'm your new one, your next one.
No, I'm doing you last because we're going over to the feet. So I'm going to be doing
Okay.
this sort of the same lesson a little bit
Okay.
differently with everybody.
Okay, cool.
So now, again, even though I play with Claudia all the time, I always have to check in with that person. What if she didn't sleep well? What if she's pregnant and doesn't know about it? I have to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, what if she had a fight yesterday? What if she's just, for whatever reason, I have to be open to her life, other than what she might know about. So what I'm doing here, first of all, now I've got my leg around her pelvis, so I have that information. So I'm just into her lower back. So all I'm doing here, because again, I can't go down and cup her super low. Now I know her well enough, she'd probably let me do anything to her, but that's not the point. But, so see right now, I can't, it's almost like a scoop, but I can't scoop her up into extension and bring her over to the right hip. Do you feel how that, you start to scoop? So if I went like here and see how she can grow long, has extension, but if I go over here, nada. So that's where I find life curious. Well, how can I get her to stay long, dead center, but I can't get her to come over to her right side and grow long? Now she'll figure it out in 3 seconds. This is where someone will figure it out. She had the movements for whatever reason, they've been lost. It could have been that she's had 15 children. It could have been that, whatever. And two, people don't always tell you everything, and I don't need to know it. So what I'm going to do, since I've tried 3 times now to bring her over to her right, what it does is it glitches, and she'll go to her elbow, but it's almost a fall. You feel that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've tried it a couple of times. It's not working. So again, I'm doing this scoop, but I'm scooping her back into me. So see, she doesn't have to worry about falling here because she's going right into my arms. So now I'm going to scoop again, but scooping her down into her pelvis. Now see, this is the top heavy part. See how she's starting to get too heavy? Now she's a woman, so I can't just suddenly stop her from here. So you really have to make sure, especially if that person has had a stroke or whatever, that they're not suddenly wanting to face plant. You always want to keep them successful. But now I'm bringing my knee into it a little bit more. So I'm working on that twist. She's still coming back into my arms. Scooping up, scooping around. Now that's the first time her feet are starting to come off the floor. And you guys probably didn't even see that. So see, watch the left foot. So scooping, coming around. See how her foot's starting to change on the floor? That being said, her left bum is still pretty stuck. See how I'm in here with my knee? And you don't want to get your bum off the ground. So now I'm going to go a little bit forward. But forward, see how my chin is on her shoulder. If it falls away, I know it immediately from my body with hers. So I'm trying to, now I'm getting in underneath her back of her pelvis. I'm going to come up here a little bit. There. That's, see, feel the difference now of growing long? Mm-hmm. Letting her hang out here. One of the biggest problems about having babies is it really kind of messes up your diaphragm. I shouldn't say messes up, but it puts abnormally long pressure against the diaphragm, and sometimes it's hard to get back. Now she's just fine coming back. She'd give me her whole body weight if I let her. I'm going to come up around her rib cage. There we go. But see how I'm using her elbows, and now I can start going away. See the difference in the sitting? Mm-hmm. I went down just not even a half an inch on her spinal cord. So back up. See how I have rotation? Just a little bit down. Nope. So I come in and I snuggle. So now I'm going to try and bend into that area of the spine. And then There, it's starting to go. But still not as nice as I'd like it to, so I'm going to leave that alone, go back up to where it was more successful. There we go. Now her bum's out. Feel that?
Oh, yeah.
But if a child can't get their bum up, guess what? They're not going into all fours.
I'm moving the way that I see you're moving, and when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Right?
What?
If you have pain, that means you're not moving efficiently.
Okay.
Because your body's saying that's the most efficient way to do.
Okay.
So just from that little bit, feel too how the shoulder presents back. Feel the difference? You see the difference? Just from that. My hand's disappearing into your outfit. That's it. So now at this point, I can bring her arm out, rotate her. So see now how much nicer she's coming to your elbow here. And when we first started, she couldn't even come to her elbow on my knee. And now I can bring the elbow out. This is what I do with the foot. Same thing. But notice, I have not done this yet.
Yeah.
See how I'm not preparing at all her body the way I think it should be. I'm just happy that her elbow's over here. But at the same time, if I came over here, see the difference? See the head? Do you see how the head falls? Whereas here, see how the head has extension?
Feels slowly fine.
So now I can get under the hip. See the amount that I had to do to go into the lesson. But here, I can't get under that hip. Feel the difference? I can't bring you to your sit bone. Do you feel that? Whereas here, just from that little bit, now this is where I'd come underneath the sit bone, and I'm going to bring it back. Tilt the pelvis back. Now feel the difference? See how far I can go with you and you're not falling. Just so this now, or this is where I would go for head control with a child. Let's see how I can do the sit bone and come back. So what I was doing yesterday with Pika side kind of on all fours and stuff, where I was messing with the shoulder, but I was in with the boom. See? Boom, boom. I go on this side. I'm lucky if I can get under her butt. But see?
Heavy.
Not only heavy, but see, I can't throw the body.
Oh.
She's just falling. I have to protect the fall. She's just falling. But here,
Twisting. Rotate.
but watch how I can throw it. See, so if she suddenly wanted to go on all fours, I'm there. I can feel her force going through her body. Or I'm going to be more detailed and as we go from person to person, now starting to feel coming over the foot and feeling what we were working on, that I'm doing with Ken and so forth. So just feel again this side. See how she's falling. Do you see that? This side. See the difference? See how she's falling? See the head go down? Whereas this side, the head stays up, and now she's going over onto the next part of her body. So she's just transferring her weight over to here.
So when the left side learn from right side?
Oh, yeah, because we only learn by comparison, good from bad. Just like you're doing programming, if your program doesn't work and the program yesterday worked, you know what I mean? Where is that part of the code that went wrong? What did you do different? the more we can compare. But when you're in spastic mode, where's the comparison?
Yeah.
You're just throwing out anything, hoping that someone can get it. That's why we backed off from the shape shorter.
Yeah.
He was frustrated, even though he knew what a star was, but to get the fine motor skills at that level at that time, he was just way too excited. He was working with Diane, and all of that sort of stuff. Take the lid off. So we just make it that he's picking up certain ones and putting them in. He was successful, he was happy, and then the session went much longer with that same toy.
Yeah.
If we made him play by our rules and kept doing it, he was about to throw that sucker.
Yeah.
So did he fail or did we fail? So now today, we can introduce that back, and now that he understands the game,
Yeah.
bring it in that, now we can work on getting it at the star, and now we can work getting in, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But again, see how she's turning on her spine. See how sharp the spine is here? So it's just like a revolving door. That's what I was talking about with Pica, to get her where she's turning more on the spine. Now when I do this side, you'll see the turn is wider. So see the difference? See how she's not on the spine?
Yeah.
Her body twists
Upper body only.
and goes sideways to the right.
Just
Whereas here, see, she's turning on
From
axis.
the hip on.
Yeah.
Twist on the hip.
So if she had to carry her babies this way all the time, and all that, she's going to end up getting a bad back because she's working too hard, because her brain's trying to hold her head up. That's where people's necks start to hurt and all of this sort of stuff. Whereas here, see how much lighter and everything, more efficient this is? But the more I do this back and forth, the more she'll get better, because her brain's going, okay, what are you trying to tell me, lady? And it'll start comparing.
Yeah.
Also, the brain is a parasite. It wants what's easier. If this is easier and I can do this, that's when the brain starts going, whoa, I need to do this on this side because this is so much. See already? See how she's correcting herself?
Yeah.
The more and more I play with it. I didn't do the same lesson on this side, but her brain is computing more and more what I'm doing over here,
Yeah.
and it's transferring. See, the turn is much tighter now. She
So-
still has issues
Yeah.
that I could,
Transfers learning. Yeah.
transfers learning.
Yeah.
But you have to learn first to transfer.
Yeah.
But if you don't learn, then there's nothing to.
Nothing to transfer.
So that's why in this work, and this was more derivative of Feldenkrais, he almost all the time gave lessons only on the right side. Then you had to come back and then get the left side.
Yeah.
However, I've learned, I'm working with kids. If I get a butt, I'm working on a butt. If they turn around and all of a sudden I'm doing the foot, I'm doing the foot. I can't just say, okay, now sit here like this for half hour and let me do what I need to do with you. I have to get inventful. So that's why I don't care. First, throw out all the toys. I don't care. Make a mess. And then we can start, okay, one toy, two, you know what I mean? As the brain feels safer with me,
Yeah.
now we can concentrate on learning externally as well as internally. So feel the difference? Feel the difference, see? See how she's rolling the whole way through the hip here? There's a roll. Whereas on this side, she rolls to about there, and now the hip stops and she keeps going. So her momentum and synchronization's off. So now walk around and feel that.